Hi everyone. In this lecture, we will talk about FIR and IIR systems. Fine. So basically, LTI discrete time systems can be classified based on the type of impulse response they possesses. Fine. So basically, this is classified as FIR system and IIR system. So let's understand first, what do you mean by FIR system? So one type of a system is the finite impulse response, which means what? FIR system, where the impulse response consists of a finite number of samples. Clear? So if the system is finite, it means what? The impulse response consists of finite number of samples, like 5 samples, 10 samples, 15 samples, finite number, not infinity. Clear? So basically, the convolution formula for FIR system is given by, it is given as y of n is equal to summation of, as I told you, finite, right? So m is equal to 0 to n minus 1, okay, h of m into x of n minus n. Fine, where h of n is what? Is equal to 0 for n is smaller than 0 and n greater than equal to this capital N. Clear? So don't worry about the convolution as of now, because we are going to deal with the convolution sum in the next chapter in detail, and there is a separate chapter based on FIR and IIR systems also. So don't worry about that as of now. Just remember this small points, like finite impulse response system contains or consists of a finite number of samples if you are talking about the impulse response, right? This is what FIR system. So this means what? So this means that the system only considers a limited number of input signal samples, typically denoted as n. Alright, if you deal with 0 to n minus 1 is what? N. So the FIR system can be seen as window that focuses on the most recent n input signal samples to generate the output. Fine, it only focuses on the n number of recent input signal. Clear? So it is acting as a window. Fine. Okay. Now let's go to the next. It discards any prior input samples, effectively forgetting them. Okay. And as a result, the FIR system requires memory of length n to store and process the relevant samples. Clear? So basically, FIR system requires memory of length n, as it is dealing with only the n samples of the input. Hope it is clear to you. So I am repeating once again, what is a FIR system? So in FIR system, the impulse response consists of finite number of samples. That's all you have to know as of now. So in general, the FIR system is described by the difference equation y of n is equal to summation of bm into x of n minus m, okay, over the limit m ranges from 0 to n minus 1, where this bm is what? Basically h of m. Okay, for m is equal to what? 0 to n minus 1. Same thing what we have seen, right? Hope it is clear to you. Now let's move next and let's understand about the IIR system. So let's talk about the IIR system. So on the other hand, there is an infinite impulse response system, which is what? IIR system, where the impulse response has an infinite number of samples. So hope you understood the difference. So in the FIR, we got finite number of samples in the impulse response. Here we have the infinite number of samples. Clear? So unlike the FIR system, the IIR system does not have a finite duration for its impulse response sequence also. So if you talk about the convolution formula for IIR system, then it will be equal to what? Y of n is equal to summation of h of m into x of n minus m over the limit m ranges from 0 to infinity this time. Clear? So this is what the convolution sum formula for IIR system. So this implies that the IIR system considered an unlimited number of input signal samples in forming the output, right? So this is what the conclusion. So since the weighted sum involves the present and all the past input samples, we can say that IIR system requires infinite memory. Even the duration is also infinite here. So it requires an infinite memory. Hope it is clear to you. So in general, an IIR system is described by the difference equation y of n is equal to minus summation of am into y of n minus m over the limit m is equal to 1 to n, okay, plus summation m is equal to 0 to m bm x of n minus m. So don't worry about this as of now. As of now, just remember about the theoretical things like what is the difference between FIR and IIR system, right? One consists of a finite number of sample, another one consists infinite number of samples. That is what you have to remember. So if there is infinite number of samples, memory required is infinite, and if there is a finite number of samples, memory required is of length n, because we are dealing with a n number of input signals. So hope this much is clear to you. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching.